Team building weekend. It's Saturday morning, and 47 staff members begrudgingly filter into the massive office building, unhappy to be there on the weekend, but grateful for the pastries and Keurig coffee. They take their coffees to the conference room where they sit through tedious hours of presentations punctuated only by the occasional inane icebreaker activity and regular sprints to the break room for Keurig coffee refills. This is Lisa from accounting's 11th team building weekend in as many years. She grabs her daily cup of Earl Grey tea and heads to the conference room with everyone else. During an icebreaker activity called Tallest Tower, Lisa is scotch taping 2 straws together when she feels a hand touch her hair. It's 20-something Tyler from IT, and he has an odd, mesmerized look on his face, and he is stroking her hair. Lisa tells him to stop, but he continues while telling her how lustrous and silky her hair is. Lisa is unnerved and makes an immediate beeline for Wendy from HR, pulling her from her own icebreaker table to a corner of the room. Shakily, Lisa tells Wendy how uncomfortable Tyler has made her, and she would like to be assigned to another group. "I don't know why you're so upset. Your hair is gorgeous and silky," Wendy exclaims, suddenly stroking Lisa's hair as well. Lisa is overwhelmed and abruptly heads to the exit, mumbling that she has to go home now. On her way down the hallway, she hears Wendy yelling, "But you'll miss our day one funtivity, paint and sip. We're going to paint each other's portraits." Later that night, Lisa is still in shock at the creepy events of the day. She doesn't want to go back, and she resolves to skip day 2 of team building weekend and to turn in her notice on Monday. At 7:52 Monday morning, Lisa turns onto Gateway Coast Drive and sees her office building cordoned off with crime scene tape. There are dozens of cops and multiple coroner vans. She is stunned. What is happening? A police officer stationed at the Office Park driveway signals for Lisa to pull over and asks her why she is there. She responds by showing him her staff badge and points to the building she works in. The officer asks her to wait while he flags down lead detective. A middle-aged and grizzled Detective Vance with over 20 years on the force approaches Lisa and immediately asks for an interview. He is sheet white in the face, like he's seen something he's never seen in his whole career. He begins with, "When was the last time you were in the building?" "Just on Saturday. It was team building weekend. I skipped day 2, though, because of inappropriate behavior amongst the staff." Detective Vance quirks his eyebrows in interest and asks for more detail on the inappropriate behavior. She recounts the hair-touching, HR's response, and the odd facial expressions. "Come to think of it," Lisa continues, "everyone was getting more loopy, flirtatious, and inappropriate throughout the day. I just thought they were over-caffeinated from the ridiculous amount of coffee they were drinking. It's like they were all high." "Did you drink any coffee that day?" Vance asks. "Oh, no, I never touched the stuff. I've only ever used the Keurig machines once when I had to run the Keurig cleaner through it yesterday. It was my week to clean the break room and kitchen appliances." Detective Vance's eyes snap wide open. "Did you run the rinse cycle after running the cleaner through it?" Lisa is speechless at his intensity. She can only shake her head no. Vance's rage is sudden and barely contained. He grabs her arm and manhandles her across the parking lot, under the crime scene tape, and right into the conference room where a vast and grotesque tableau of blood and rotting chewed-up flesh fills the space. A horrifying room full of bone and raw hamburger, hair, and oceans of blood. The rare, identifiable torso or face is bewilderingly painted with cute pink hearts, yellow smiley faces, or delightful daisies. The funtivity paint, Lisa realizes. Vance interrupts her thoughts. "Don't you know that Keurig cleaner is extremely toxic and instantly addictive when night diluted with the rinse cycle? Even the tiniest trace amounts cause extreme euphoria, and it compounds over hours with each new cup of toxic coffee, building to a crescendo of orgiastic violence. Your colleagues drank so much Keurig cleaner over the day that they devolved from office drones to euphoric sprites to bloodthirsty animals over an 8-hour time span." Lisa cannot begin to fathom the scene before her, or that it is truly all her fault. She is beyond shocked and stands motionless, not knowing how to respond. 3 years later, that building sits condemned and ready for demolition, the horrific scenes inside all but buried by a massive Keurig disinformation campaign designed to kill the bad press. Lisa herself has not been seen in those years. Rumor has it Keurig bought her off with her own private island.